Well, has anybody noticed yet that it doesn't matter which side you're on? If you keep pointing out the mistakes, it's not any better. Uh, as a Canadian watching the American elections, like I was before here and there, like I don't have news. I haven't never had a TV, but um, I've been doing some work with Peter Sage, and think about this. Inside our brain, there's something called an amygdala. And an amygdala is there to protect us from danger. Well, you know what? When we were caveman and the tiger was coming along, the amygdala was good. You know what? It triggered danger, and you got into a mode that you could escape the danger. But what's happened, TVs and all the news groups, they employ the best psychologists out there. And what happens is, or the best people, and what happens is they are looking for viewers. And if we keep triggering our amygdala, looking for danger, we end up looking again and again and again. So it starts out you're watching regular news, and do they show you anything good? Not usually. So then you realize there's been a few mistakes here and there, and then you go down the other rabbit hole. You go down to alternative news. And have you realized yet, does it actually not promote fear also? So at what point are you going to say, okay, I'm done with watching the news, because the news doesn't matter? In old days, say 100 years ago, you didn't know what was happening on the other side of the world. And do you really need to know? For the most part, no, you don't. Okay. What's happening on the other side of the world, we can leave it up to the people who want to deal with that stuff, or things that aren't in our actual reality. Do we need to know them? Honestly, think about it. How often do you feel better after watching the news? I'm sure, you know what, years ago when it first came out, it was innocent. You know what, the news, what was it way back when, Walter Cronkite and things like that? It wasn't the same. Now, the most advanced psychological people have taken it over. And what's happening is we actually see politicians doing the same. They've grabbed our amygdala, they've grabbed our sense of danger, danger, danger. And what happens is you keep being triggered, and you keep being triggered more and more. And then you think, oh. But when you think about it, does it really help? Does it just put you in stress? So um, I'm not going to be posting, which I usually haven't been anyway, anything with news. I've shut it off. I barely click on it here and there. Uh, Facebook, unfortunately, has been popping it in, so I have to keep clicking. Don't show me this. Don't show me this. Don't show me this. And just concentrate on happy stuff, because our mind is a focus device. And if we keep focusing on danger, it will find it, and it'll find it again and again. And if you want to break free of the loop of finding negative things, finding things to go wrong, finding things that are broken, listen to the news, listen to the politics nowadays, and uh, the algorithms for these platforms, they know this. Okay, so what happens is people don't, you don't actually research things. You go and find people who match up to what you think, and that lets you find your group. But if your group is saying, be afraid of this, be afraid of that, some of them out there saying some stuff that I'm not even going to repeat, because I've seen the regular news, at least the regular news, it's it's not way out there, but it's not telling happy things. And then you get into the alternate news, and you know, I think what happens is that rabbit hole starts getting deeper and deeper. I'm so glad that when I went through the conspiracy stuff, I had the government go in my bank account many, many years ago. So these people saying they go in your bank account and take your money, you know what? That's been happening for years and years. I'm way past that one. And then these people think, oh, they're going to do it. They're going to do it. Well, then you start going down the rabbit hole, being more and more scared. I recommend probably not watching any more news too much anymore. Like, seriously, uh, alternative or mainstream, all news seems to be programmed. It doesn't matter which side you're on, it seems to be programmed. Grab a hold of the amygdala, danger, danger, danger. And the more danger you get hooked into it, more danger. And what's happening is the stress level of everybody keeps going up more and more. And if you don't believe me, can't you tell? Can't you feel the stress levels going up more and more? And there's some people with some really good players out there playing that game. So for myself, no more news. I think it's better for my heart. Anyway, have a good night.